after some time off here. Locals Only Podcast is back. Was kind of chatting it up with these guys because I think it's a cool thing that we do every month. Call it FFF, First Friends Friday. Or no, is that what it? First,
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense at all. First Friends Friday. But it's essentially just the first Friday of every month. Somebody gets to pick a restaurant that we all go to as a group. And it's neat. It's nice to have something on the books there every month, get together with everybody. We've probably been doing it since like just before COVID started. I think we got 2 or 3.
I think it was 3. I lived in Philly. We both lived in Philly, so we weren't there. But I know there's the running joke with Moose that he picked Kabuki, and then I think Mark picked Rossi's, and I think that might be it.
And then there was a multiple year gap.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously took some time off for COVID with everything being shut down, and then brought it back. But yeah, so the reason why I think in the same way that First Friends Friday fits nicely into everybody's calendar as something you could pencil in, I think it's a good topic for us to talk about on a monthly basis here on the podcast, because it highlights local businesses that we're typically frequenting when we're not at some shitty chain every once in a while. So this past month we went to Red Miso, which was Paul Gregori's pick. And I should mention, so there's probably like a group of 20 of us, say, give or take.
At least, yeah.
And it's like we don't always get 20 people, but it's nice because we typically never dip under like 10 people at least.
Yeah, now especially.
So it's a good crew once a month, and it's nice to catch up with everybody just because, everybody's schedules get a little crazier as we get older here. So, I just thought it's a cool thing we do. I appreciate it. So I think it's a nice segue to give local businesses a shout out every month here too.
Yeah, and it's actually funny you say that because we were all there, what was it, 2 weeks ago? But I think that was the first time it was under 10 people, because I think like with the holidays and everything coming up, it's just like everyone had stuff going on. I think there was like 8 or 9 of us. But yeah, I think we all talked about it at dinner. I think like the common misconception is that Red Miso is a chain. It's the old Permante's up there on Commerce Boulevard by like Gio's, Chipotle, all those places up there. But it's not a chain, which would make me want to go back again because it was really good. And like I got the udon noodles, and I remember talking to Zip, like all the apps, there was like so many we wanted to choose from. But since it was a smaller group, we didn't get that many. So definitely would like to go back and give it another chance at some point. I was telling Tara about it because she wasn't there, and she's like loves that type of food too. So she's like, yeah, we should go one day and go on like a date or something like that, or go with the group again or something.
Very good. And definitely like pretty reasonably priced, especially the apps. Cool bar, cool interior. Was surprisingly like dead for a Friday, especially up there at Commerce Boulevard, where right now around the holidays everything is busy. So it's definitely a place I would say to check out. And we had it again last night.
You did?
Yeah. not even like preparing for this or anything. Liv just like out of nowhere, she's got her cravings, and she said, let's get Red Miso. So she wanted
What'd you get?
We got it. So initially, I'm sure we'll go into like kind of what we got, but I got the ramen when we went there and ate. To go, I still wanted something like soup-wise, so I just ordered the clear soup or whatever was on their soup and salads, and then I ordered the like rice dinner that was like egg fried rice or whatever, and came with the pork belly.
Was it good?
Yeah, I ran back the pork belly because the pork belly was unbelievable.
Yeah, the pork belly ripped.
Yeah, that was by far the best bao bun.
Yeah.
I had one of the shrimp, and then I had like the barbecue style pork in my udon noodles, but the pork belly was by far the best.
Zip, would you say, because I feel like this happens a lot with restaurants where, and it's not their fault, and I'm sure it's something that they're probably thinking about more and more with people doing takeout, but like, was the takeout as good or?
It was surprisingly like very good. And I'm glad I got the rice. So that's the one thing with ramen. I just don't know. Most places are really good with the ramen, and I'm sure there would be where they like give you everything separate in boxes. So like you add your noodles, you add your veggies and all that kind of stuff at once when it comes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, so then it doesn't get all soggy
difference
in there and everything. So they probably would do that, so I bet it would be good. But the rice was very good, was very fresh, gave us a good amount, and I ordered it with that the red chili.
The chili crisp?
The chili crisp. It was awesome.
That was really good.
I messed up and added too much in Moose's, and he was sitting next to me just like coughing while he was eating it. Because like
saw him overheating
like
down
chili.
there.
I'm sure most people know what chili crisp is, but it's just like in an oil, and like the oil obviously becomes red from like all the chilies and stuff. And Moose kind of just like sprinkled the oil on. I'm like, Moose, you got to get some of the crunch, like the dried up onions and garlic and chilies. So I put like, and he gave me permission. And I put one more scoop in, and then every like 30 seconds when he's chewing, I hear him coughing to my right, and he's like, "Zach, you screwed me. It's so hot." I'm like, "I'm sorry."
I was really surprised by well, no, I shouldn't say surprised, because I heard that if you guys remember Blue Wasabi, I heard Red Miso is the same owner as
Oh, really?
Blue Wasabi. Yeah.
Which name wise would make sense.
Yeah. And Blue Wasabi was always a great like staple restaurant in the area for the longest time. I don't really know whatever happened there.
Yeah.
Me neither.
Why it went away. Because it was always busy, and they seemed to have a good business and good food all the time. So glad to have them back. And it was actually my first time getting a ramen bowl, and I thoroughly enjoyed it.
You were saying that, and you were like fighting whether you wanted that or was it the noodles, either the yakisoba or the udons. But you just kept saying, like, I've never had ramen. And I remember Zip in particular, he's like, I'm getting ramen. I love ramen.
Especially this time of year.
Yeah,
Oh,
definitely.
yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah. It was a cold night. It hit, and like I'm actually surprised I didn't get it for takeout yet either, because when I like the next day I was craving it. I'm like, damn, I wish I kind of had a little bit more.
Yeah.
Leftovers or something like that. It was really, really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah. And who did he pick? He picked
Moose. We should go through, since you're our resident app guy.
Oh God.
We'll go Zap. Do you remember what apps we got? And obviously the bao buns.
We only got
mentioned.
Yeah, we only got 2 and then 3, including the bao buns, which we had, a 15-minute discussion on what bao buns, and then I forget who said it, and they're like, why don't we just all get our own bao buns, and then we'll do like the group apps, and we're like, yes, that's obviously the best idea.
Yeah, everybody.
We got firecracker shrimp, and
they were closer to like kind of like egg roll style almost.
They
right?
were like wrapped in like some kind of paper.
Yeah.
Well, not paper, like, rice paper or something like that. Like I thought they were going to be like breaded, fried in like a kind of like a bang bang type sauce, but it was more like dip it in the bang bang sauce. We did order edamame and didn't get it, but that's whatever.
I was just about to ask. I didn't know that we ordered it.
I did, yeah.
Okay, I saw it on the menu.
I don't even know if it was on the bill, but it was like $4. But I forget what the last one was. Gyoza.
They were good.
Yeah, the pork dumplings, like gyoza, where it's like fried on the bottom and then like cover it and steam them. And I get them any Asian fusion restaurant I go to. If there's either gyoza or dumplings of any kind, I get them every time.
You have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I would like to try their edamame, because I bet it's seasoned. I bet it's like the kind that you bring from
Hooked.
Oh my Hook's edamame is awesome.
They're like blackened edamame from Hooked.
Yeah.
I almost picked
unreal.
Yeah, I almost picked Hooked. I think I picked 3 or 4 months ago. And I was like, because like you mentioned, we kicked back up. I think it was February of 22. Mm-hmm. Kelly picked Angelo's in Dunmore, the Italian restaurant. And that's when we first went back. And we've gone every month for the last, this is going to be 3 years now, right?
Yeah, I think we might.
What's coming up on 4?
1 month only.
Yeah. So like we're really running thin on places. And I was looking at Hooked. I was looking at Native up in Honesdale. And then I eventually picked AV because I'm like, I know they can seat everybody, and like I know it's a little higher end, but I know we haven't been there yet, and it's one of my favorite restaurants.
Yeah, AV's very good.
Like if you're trying to go to a nice place, so figured we would just go. And that was actually a month after we went to the 16th Ward, where that's legitimately 100 feet away.
Yeah, both very good.
Yeah,
I literally just did that same exact thing with like my crew at work. We went to 16th Ward just to like get together. I forget what was going on, but like after work, we just went down for a quick dinner. It was 5 of us, and then like a month and a half went by, which is like 2 weeks ago now, or no, like last week. And they're like, oh well, let's do one more dinner night just before the holidays because we're not going to see anybody for a while. So I'm like, well, let's just go to AV. I'm like, it's right next to the 16th Ward. Everybody's familiar now with the area.
It's
because like a few of my coworkers are from out of town, so like it's nice like taking them around to the Scranton restaurants and stuff and getting their feedback on it. And
I feel like if you are actually, after I picked, it was probably like a month later. One of my buddies from Philly, Father Pat, and his girlfriend were going up to Cherry Springs, which we still need to get to, by the way. and they're like, we're just gonna stop in Scranton for the night, go grab dinner, and they're like, where should we go? And I'm like, I feel like we should just go to AV because again, it's a nicer, more not upscale totally, but nicer place. So I figured, and it hit like it always does.
Yeah.
AV's awesome. Great bathroom.
You've experienced it about 6, 7, 8. I didn't even mean to say that 6, 7, like 7 or 8 times. When
Yeah, I think I set the record for restroom trips that dinner.
I heard people have mentioned that building is haunted, either with the basement or the upstairs. I can't remember, but Chris and I went with some of her friends one time, and they were talking about it, and I guess it's like it's a thing there for sure. And like some of the coworkers even vouch for it. Like they said, like if they're shutting down at the end of the night, they hear some weird stuff.
Really?
Which I don't know. I'm not a huge believer in all of that stuff, but
have you ever been upstairs? Either one?
No.
Either? It's like really big up there. My cousin had I think it was like a baby shower up there like 2 years ago, and there's a full bar upstairs and then like 2 big rooms. I was shocked.
Somebody, a patient I was seeing mentioned they went to a wedding there.
Yes.
It obviously would be a small wedding. But
Yeah.
It's obviously a really, really nice venue, and
Yeah.
I had no idea
Would
that
be an interesting
there was
place
even
for that.
anything up there. I thought it was like apartments. or
No,
something.
it's pretty big up there. Yeah.
you could see it right from the
Yeah.
downstairs, like
yeah.
where you're,
Well, you can't. I mean, you can see the steps. I don't know if you can really see up there, like the upstairs seating. You
Yeah.
might be able to.
There was a lot going on when we were there, because there was that. It was like the first Friday in Scranton when it was still summer.
Yes.
When they do live music, and
Yeah.
there's, I think, almost like a jazz festival or something going on.
You know what I had? I only ordered it because it was so bizarre and I've never seen it on a menu. When I was just there, it was lobster schnitzel.
That's
Ooh.
what I got.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't think it was on the menu when we went.
No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm
different
sorry.
time.
When I went with Father
Oh,
Pat
oh,
a
yeah.
month later, I saw it and I said the same thing. I'm like, this is so intriguing. What
Yeah.
did you think about it?
I thought it was very good. I enjoyed it, but like, part of me is like that the breading was so heavy, and I know that that's how it's supposed
Yeah.
to be with a schnitzel. That like it kind of takes away from like the goodness and the richness of the lobster that you kind of get when it's on its own. But as like a change up, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I thought it was well done.
Yeah, I agree. Because I get scallops pretty much every time I'm there.
Yeah.
Because they always have like seasonal scallops and they're delicious. But yeah, I got the schnitzel too, and it was, like you said, it was different, but it was something that like when you see it on the menu, you're like, yeah, I feel like I have to try this. So.
Yeah, never seen
That
it
does. I
before.
would definitely try that
Do you remember what you got when we went?
at AV.
Yeah. Me and you are usually on the same page.
We
with
are. Drinks especially.
Drinks
Yeah.
especially.
Drinks especially.
Well, the three of us actually, because we have similar tastes. Like with
Well, we usually get a tequila drink
Tequila
to start,
drinks,
whether it be
yeah.
like a Marg or a Paloma, something like that.
And then depending, maybe like an old fashioned whiskey cocktail. It all.
Yeah.
I like to change it up.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, we're not going to an Italian restaurant and ordering Margs. I mean, I guess we could if they have them, but
We've been to a lot of Italian recently too.
tons.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what our area is known for.
It's good.
Yeah.
And every place, and I'm not a huge person like with Italian food. Like that's not one of my go-tos. Like if we're ordering out or anything, but it might change because everywhere we go is unbelievable.
I know. I speaking of Italian places with Margs, Colorado's Coal Fire, which we talked about pretty heavily on the Pizza Pod, they have an Italian margarita. Do you remember it?
Yes, that's
And they put amaretto
Amaretto,
in it and something else a little different. And like on paper, it sounds strange. I really enjoyed it. Like me and Chris went maybe a month ago, just like on a Friday, just like in the mood for pizza. I'm like, I'll have one. And I was reminded that I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Was there some kind of herb in it? Was like basil or something?
I don't think there
No?
was.
Okay.
I don't think so.
That was also one of my picks, Colorado's.
Oh, was it?
It was, and I picked you.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't remember what you picked, but
Barpazzo.
Barpazzo, which was,
Very good.
and you had, what's his name? John
Tabon.
on, what, probably a year ago at this point?
Yeah.
Barpazzo is also one of my favorites.
I know. I haven't been there since he left. I don't know if he retired or like what the deal was, but he stepped away from the business anyway. And so obviously they have a new chef in there, and he seems like a pretty interesting guy. So I saw like the Barpazzo page put up a post about him or whatever, just welcoming him aboard. So I clicked on his page. Then he was actually like you'd appreciate this. He was like a camp chef in like, I don't know if it was like with a hunting group or something like that,
Oh,
but
that's
like cooking in the wilderness like heavily for months and months on end. And and they even call, I forget like if he's like the cowboy chef or whatever. Like he had a cowboy hat on in a couple of his pictures and stuff, but he's like fully trained, like Culinary Institute, all that stuff. But he just kind of did that, I guess, as a switch up, and now he's at Bar Pazzo, so I'll have to get down there and try it out.
Definitely.
Been watching a lot of wilderness cooking recently with the Outdoor Boys.
Outdoor Boys, so good.
Just the best. But
I saw a video the other day. It was just like a girl on Instagram or TikTok or whatever. And she's like, my husband has been begging me for the Outdoor Boys bread. So she did it just like how he makes it, just like putting the ingredients together in a Ziploc bag, whipping it out, putting a little oil in the pan, and then just like kind of frying it up. It almost looked like a pizza frita almost, the way it turns out, and with the honey butter and all that. And I don't know why it does, like all those videos, like when they're cooking over the open fire, there's something about it. It looks.
Or when you see like the random Instagram videos of somebody like cooking in the wilderness and they just use like a giant stone next to like a creek and they clean it off and then just have this giant fire going and just cook everything up right there.
I know. Just, and like, I even appreciate it like when they're gathering their own food and everything like that. Like that's cool in and of itself. But like even if you're bringing like a perfect ribeye out there, it's like a $40 ribeye, and you're but like just cooking it in the wilderness. It just something about it does look good. Which, let's circle back to Cherry Springs. That's something we need to get on the books.
I know.
So Cherry Springs State Park is. I don't know if this is true, but I've heard it. I think
it's true.
Supposedly the darkest part of the United States east of the Mississippi in terms of light pollution. So most people are going out there to basically look at the stars because of the limited light pollution. I've been out there a couple times, so Zach and I have been kind of hemming and hawing about getting a trip on the books out there. And you've been there before, but it was
a slight mistake by my wife. Yeah, she took me for my birthday a couple years ago because she knew that I liked all that kind of stuff, and she knew nothing about it. So she booked it. We drove, and I lived in Philly at the time, so it's about a 5.5 hour drive for me, and it was a full moon, so. It was as bright as can be, and awesome. We didn't see a single star. We went, looked at the moon through a telescope, and then we went back to the tent and kind of just hung out. We watched like a movie and went to bed and packed up and went home.
Yeah. I mean, worst case scenario, that's not the ideal. That's actually the exact opposite of the ideal situation. You want to be, if you do decide to go out there, you want to go during a new moon, which is no moon, because obviously that allows for maximum visibility of the stars. And so like, obviously you only get basically one, like a 3-day window every month for the new moon. And I would say like, even if you were flirting into like a crescent moon or whatever, like the first quarter, you're still going to see a crazy amount of stars out there. Like they have a campground and everything that you could reserve like on it's like a PA Gov website or whatever. But both times I went, I actually just stayed at like a nearby campground. 'Cause I'm like, that got booked up quick. And couldn't find anything, so it was basically just like an RV park more or less, and it was like, I don't know, $5 or $10 or $15 or something like that to just rent the spot for the night. And obviously you're still seeing the same stars.
It's the same deal.
So like I just kind of wandered around at night, and ended up just finding like a wide open field. There was absolutely nobody around, and just like kind of like laid in the back of the truck and checked everything out from there. And there's probably cooler stuff, so you actually got a more thorough experience in terms of experiencing the park itself. And maybe they offer some stuff, but I know like everybody, like they recommend like, even they don't want like flashlights or anything like that. Like a lot of people have like the red or green headlamps on and stuff like that, just again to keep the noise or the light pollution down. But I would highly recommend it. It's truly like astonishing when you look up. I mean, when you're in town, you're seeing maybe 20% of what you're seeing out there. And like, luckily for us, like we're in an area where I think if you take a 20-minute drive to the country around here, like you see quite a bit more pretty quickly, but out there, it's just like a whole nother level.
Different level,
And like the longer you look up, it's like your eyes just like start slowly focusing towards that distance. And you start just seeing more and more and more. And it's just, I don't know, makes you feel infinitely small and your problems even smaller. It's a neat experience. I mean, to go out there and just like we were saying, like bring some good food, do some camp or
just hang out.
camping outside, cooking outside, and it's just like you could just go for a night. And then I think it's World's End State Park. I'm pretty sure is real close. So like if you wanted to do just like a little hike, like a 2 or 3 mile hike, something like that, the next day or that day, it's a nice little weekend getaway. So highly recommend it.
Can make that and FFF and off-branded FFF. We bring some pizza ovens up there. And
that would be sweet.
Make some pizzas, make some burgers, make some food. And
that's a good way to get everybody there.
Did you ever hear about how we talked about a possible like fantasy punishment that the Yelsons were supposed to do for our Philly fantasy football group?
No.
So we were having a hard time like coming up with one of the fantasy football punishments, and that was something that somebody threw out there. It was a great idea that we would go camping, the people that are in the fantasy group, but then the loser would have to go to the same like campgrounds, but further down away from everybody at a different site, and they full weekend, and they had to just be alone, just completely by themselves. I think we even said at one point like no device. I don't know if that we would have been able to follow through with that.
Yeah, that's a very good.
Just
punishment.
like having all of your buddies like hanging out, like having a good weekend, and you're just alone, like.
And you could like kind of hear
you
them
can hear,
drinking beers,
the music, the talk,
that would be brutal. I feel like I would feel guilty after like one full day.
Yeah,
stay down there. You deserve.
Yeah,
to
you'd
be
eventually
down there.
give in and be like, "Come on."
I would feel guilty.
Yeah,
like,
we
come
definitely
on.
would.
Oh,
We would,
dude. That's a very good punishment.
Yeah.
So nobody Yeltsin and that crew didn't end up doing
So
that?
the Yelsons, that was the issue. The Yelsons lost, and they're the only people in the group that are a team. The Yelson brothers, they're a team together. But we said you had to camp alone. So they like, not the two of you together.
Two solo
two brothers
teams.
separate.
Just looking at each other from across.
But then there were some conflicting dates and things that it didn't end up happening.
That's a very good one. I'm gonna raise that up in the fantasy group.
It should. It's never gonna fly with our home group, but
I know
it would be.
It's hard to get people camping under good circumstances. Never mind.
Let alone that, right?
What's your guys' punishment this year?
Same thing.
Bar crawl.
Yeah. It's the bar crawl.
DJ Lillis liked that one.
Shout out DJ Lillis.
And
so your guys' fantasy punishment. I'll let you guys talk about it. It's your crew.
I think this is gonna be our 3rd year doing it. 4th time, but we did a double one last year because John 2 years ago didn't do it. I was the first one who did it, and it was shoulder pads and a helmet and like a jersey that says like our league name on the front, and then on the back I'm like number 12 because he came in 12th and loser on the nameplate. And everyone's hanging out. We did like 5 or 6 bars. I think we started at Benny's and I ended up at Bud's. So it's a good 2.5 miles, I'd say, give or take, of walking in the dead of summer and pads and stuff.
It's tough.
While they're all driving from place to place, and there's just me just walking. I just went like live on Instagram, just like trying to pass the time. I called my mom, was on the phone with her for like a half hour, but
that's a good punishment.
and it's good because it's like innocent and like whoever can make it can make it. It's it's not drawn out. It's just one day and get it over with. And
it's a punishment that gets everybody together too, which is good. Like something to do, like a planned date.
Yeah.
Because like you only have so many of those.
It's all time too. Like seeing somebody walking down the street, like obviously I've seen you guys in person and or pictures, and like just seeing somebody like in like gym shorts and like full gear, full shoulder pads and helmet, and like just walking down Main Street in Peckville or Archibald, whatever it is. Yeah. It's, I don't know why it is so goddamn funny. I get such a kick out of it every year. It's one of those, doesn't really get old. And so I think you guys, who was it this year? Ryan?
It was John, my brother-in-law, John Kiliani, and Ryan Egelski.
Yeah. So they were in Benny's, and I saw DJ put up a Facebook post. Like, I don't think he understood that it was like a punishment. I think like, I don't know what he thought of it. I was a football player. Like, I'm going to dress up like, I don't know. But he was ragging on you guys pretty hard. So I sent you guys a screenshot of what he posted. And then like, I kind of messaged him on the side and just told him it was like a fantasy football punishment. And he was just like, dear God, shaking my head. He's not a sports guy. He doesn't get it. But between that punishment and then it wasn't even Prile that did it. He just popped in, right? One of his buddies had to do the 24 hours in a Waffle House.
Yeah,
he happened to do it at the one in Clark Summit.
Yeah, that's a classic one too. Yeah. And every waffle you eat is like an hour off or whatever it is.
Yeah,
and
ended up in there like 14 or 15 hours, something like that.
Ton of waffles.
Yeah, it's
a lot of waffles. I would like to think I could put down. Well, realistically, no. I think I could eat 10 probably.
Dude, they're big. They're like this big.
Yeah, they're big.
They're
And
not
that
like these
heavy-ass
little.
batter.
Yeah. I think.
I'm used to like I use that Kodiak mix. You guys ever use that?
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
the
the
And like I
protein
feel like
mix.
they're a little bit lighter because it's less like bullshit ingredients.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it also depends how you make it.
I just feel like you think you can eat a lot, and then you get through 2 of them, and then you're full, and then you have to sit there for another like 3 hours before you can even like think about eating again.
Also, sitting there uncomfortable is got to be brutal.
Yeah, and there's no booze at a Waffle House. Well, no.
No.
Yeah, so like
People are definitely boozed up at a Waffle
yes,
House at night.
yes.
But
Waffle houses in the South just different.
yeah, I think they average like 3 fights a night probably.
At least that can't be an FFF pick because there's no booze. I think that's one of the contingent. Like
Yeah,
it has to
at least
have
BYO.
alcohol. At least BYO. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is nice. BYO, much
Yeah.
cheaper bill.
Our bill, I mean, we got the Grigio boys.
That's-
It gets run up pretty quick.
Yeah.
What was it? It was the Italian place.
Old
Jared.
Forge. No, it was the
It
one
was
that
the one in-
Olivia picked it.
Was that where Cusimano's?
Cusimano. Yeah. Cusimano. And it was so like that is like one of my favorite dinners that we've had.
Yeah.
But and honestly, that's what made it better. The bill, like not expecting how much the wine was, and our friends assuming that they were going to be like the cheapest bottle of wines. And well, how much were they?
I
a
think it was
bottle?
$45 a bottle,
And how many?
probably like 6 to 8 of them, probably.
It was awesome.
And it really
Run it
just
up.
racked up the bill quick. That's another good bit that we do is we always just try to guess the bill, and whoever gets it closest, nothing happens. You just win, I guess.
Well,
Liv is the best at that.
yeah.
She
She's
just
gotten it a couple times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At Bar Pazzo. It was my pick at Bar Pazzo. She guessed it like to the penny.
yeah, it's,
Yeah. That's how we ended up
Crazy.
at Cusimano then.
Yeah.
yeah.
And the downstairs of there was very cool. Cusimano.
Yeah.
There was the like live band playing. It
Oh,
was
it was
around
awesome.
this time, like Christmas time.
Yeah.
Very like warm atmosphere. Pizza was unbelievable.
My
So good.
my buddy Steven Exeter, who I used to work with at Santa Fe, he's an Old Forge guy, and this is probably, I don't know, maybe 5 years ago now at this point. But I hit him up. I'm just like, what's like the actual staple in Old Forge, like outside of Ravello's and Arcaro and all that? I'm like, what's the Old Forge spot that I have to hit for pizza? I'm going down tonight with a couple of my buddies. He's like, Cusimano, no doubt. And he's like, get the shrimp and hot pepper and like obviously
so
a regular Old Forge tray. And yeah, I was not disappointed in the least.
I feel like whenever we pick some kind of pizza places, that's usually what, or even if it's just like a type of, like it's a nicer restaurant, but they have pizzas, we usually order them for apps. That's always like some of our favorite places, like Althea up in Pittston. Pizza Althea it's on my list. I jotted down some of my favorite places, and like that was by far one of the best places we had.
Yeah.
I think we just got pizza for dinner. I think we just ordered like
Every pizza
10
on
trays
there.
or
We
something
did,
like
and it-
that,
And
right?
it was unbelievable. And that wasn't like for how many pizzas we ordered was not as nearly expensive as I thought it would
No.
be. And the only thing that was a bummer is that literally we couldn't get all the sandwiches that they had because the sandwiches all look unbelievable too.
I know. I actually, so that Althea was my second pick actually after Bar Pazzo. Kristen and I just went down last weekend on Friday because you guys were all in Philly, and it was so goddamn good.
Yeah.
Like the
Yeah.
pizzas were out of this world because they're different. Like everything's very different. They're mixing ingredients that you're not typically getting at like any other place, at least around here. Using like very unique ingredients as well that like hard to come by. Like some stuff like I'm not even familiar with, but like I trust that it like the mix is going to work well. And everything's just so freaking good.
Yeah.
So Josh was there. Josh Bay is one of the owners down there. So I was talking to him as we were like looking over the menu, and I'm like, Josh, like what do I need to order? I'm like, you're here every night, and like, but like, what should I get? He's like, there's a burger on special right now. He's like, you won't be disappointed. So I got it, dude.
Tell us what was on it.
I said I don't even remember. I don't even remember. I went into like pure like bliss.
Yeah.
Just like truly maybe the best burger I've ever had at a place where they're obviously known for pizza. It was outstanding, and like we got Brussels sprouts as a appetizer as well. We both said to each other, I'm like, it might have been the best meal I've had in the past like 3 years.
Yeah, we went for Tara's birthday, just Tara and I. That's where she wanted to go, and we got a chicken cutty sandwich, and it was just like probably this big. I have a picture of it with like next to Tara's head. I sent it in the group months ago, and it was huge. It was like a breaded chicken cutlet. It was kind of like a Caesar type sandwich, and it was. We both said we're like that was the best sandwich either one of us have ever had.
Yeah,
it's but
unreal.
even like the small intricacies, like the cacio e pepe pizza has like a black pepper crust on it, and like the one time we got the Italian beef, and I think it had like some kind of herb crust on it because Italian beef has a bunch of like fennel and sage, like whatever, and all that. So, like you said earlier, like all those little details.
And their cocktails too. Their cocktails are incredible. They look really nice. They're all like very nicely dressed up, flowers and like all the bells and whistles.
Yeah, I feel like it's a good vibe in there too. Like I feel like a lot of like the same amount of thought and care that goes into their menu and their food and their drinks, I feel like went into creating an atmosphere in there, because you certainly feel it right when you go in. And I think it's more like a dark, moody place, but it's also at the same time like very vibrant. It's not like a dark, moody like little Italian restaurant where like it's mostly quiet. I think like and specifically because like they have that like party table in the middle where it's communal seating. So like if you go down, like you could end up sitting next to whoever. But like for us, it was perfect because we pretty much took up the whole table.
Yeah. And they have that open kitchen.
The open kitchen, so you could see, and it's so cool because it's set up in a what was a bank. So like in the vault, I think is where they have like all the dough rising and everything for all the pizzas and stuff. It's a really neat setup. Even the bar like area is really nice. There's a little private seating area. So yeah, I feel like Pittston is just on the up and up and has been for a while now. There's so many good restaurants down there. That whole main street just feels very lively.
I said one Saturday we just got to go bounce around down there.
We really do.
It's been a long time.
Do either of you guys remember? Liz Brady picked it, the Mexican place.
That was stellar too.
It was. I don't remember the name of it though. That was like last April. That was a while ago. But yeah, that was really, really good too.
That very much stands out in my head as like one of my favorite Mexican restaurants around here. Because like for better or for worse, I think there's specific dishes around here that you could get at every Mexican restaurant that like might shine more than others. But in general, I kind of feel like more or less it's a lot of the same stuff. Like there's not a ton of like very, very authentic Mexican restaurants around here. And like down there, I don't know, everything was just like elevated by like 2 notches for me. Like everything I tasted was just like slightly better than anything else I've had in the area. I really enjoyed it down there.
Yeah, it's hard because I know we've all talked about it before. Like it's hard to get different cuisines around here because I feel like it's all like either Italian or like bar type food. Like there's the place in Peckville that La Chingada, that was another one of our stops on the fantasy football punishment. And I remember, Zip, you said it to me when we were there, like having drinks and stuff. You're like, we got to do everything we can to keep this place open. Yeah. Because like Mexican's your favorite cuisine. So good. We're like, this is like an authentic Mexican place. You can get like tortas and like enchiladas and tacos, burritos, like quesadillas, like any type of like Mexican, authentic Mexican was there. Unfortunately, they had to close because again,
I do think they're still open somewhere else though, right?
Did they move locations?
I thought they had 2 locations. I could be wrong.
The one in Pittston's Bravo Tex Mex.
Bravo Tex Mex. Yeah, so it's Tex Mex. That's right. But then we also went a while ago at Talos, right?
No, we never. The 4 of us went.
Oh, that wasn't a First Friends Friday.
Yeah, that wasn't a First Friends Friday. Yeah, we were just like, no one was around, and the 4, like Liv and Tara were like, let's go to dinner. So we went there. Yeah,
that's very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's Southside, right?
Yeah. My one other favorite place that I had jotted down that we didn't talk about was Pryle's pick. Oh, yeah. Nürnberger Beer House on Lake Ariel.
That was around this time of year, 2 years ago, I think.
Yes, authentic German place. Like that place was awesome.
I know. I went into that night with very low expectations.
Yeah.
It's a German restaurant in Lake Ariel, like completely on its own, like on like a quiet highway road, basically.
Yeah, talk about seeing stars on your
way
out
there. There was like no street lights.
And we went in there, and we got a very wide variety of things, and I think they had a couple samplers on the menu as well. I was blown away at how good it was.
Their schnitzel was awesome.
What was the name of it again? Sorry.
Nürnberger Beer House.
Go ahead. Is it? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off there.
you're good. That was the schnitzel was awesome. The atmosphere was very, very cool. Like all wood around, very warm. I think they had like a fireplace going. Everyone's wearing like the lederhosen and everything.
They were serving the beers in the steins, either like
Yeah.
the 22 ounce or even like the bigger ones, and you got to choose like the small or the large. It was an awesome place, and again, different than like you'd see around here. Like there's not many German places. That's probably the only one within like a half-hour radius if you had to look up places. But
it was very, very good. I remember that was actually the day I shot a bear.
Yeah.
yeah,
And I like thought it was a no doubter. Like I felt very confident with the way he was hit and everything, and he ended up just like rolling into the woods, like wasn't able to get to his feet or anything. And so I like gave it a little time and went into the woods, started to track it, and it got dark. So I went back up that was the night I didn't know, basically. But I didn't find him that night, but it kind of ran out of time. And the blood trail that I did see kind of led right into a swamp. So I went back up the next morning, spent like the whole full morning, like probably like 7 till noon with Yogi Cornella, my dad, and I think it was just the three of us, looking like crazy. Never ended up finding it, and I was gutted. Like you feel, because then you feel guilty because that bear got away and is obviously wounded, and like they're resilient animals, and supposedly, I don't know, they say like when you are later into the season like that, like which it was, like because that'll be like the time
More
the
meat
most
is
fat on them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because they're setting up for hibernation. Like the wounds or the holes will close up a lot quicker because of all that fat. So like that gives you a little peace of mind, but like obviously he was still shot.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's not ideal. It was like the only animal that ever got away from me. I was gutted. Like it bothered me for months. Like months and months and months. So yeah, I always associate that restaurant with
the Nürnberger and the bear.
Yeah.
I
would have liked to bring that bear meat up there. They could probably do something good with that.
Oh my God, yeah. I was just trying to think that all the Italian places we went to. Anthony's was like the most recent.
Picked by you.
Anthony's is good.
We went to Russell's. That was extremely good.
And Dunmore, yeah.
What was the other place in Dunmore?
Angelo's. That was the one we were talking about earlier. I don't know if that's what you're referencing. Sibio's,
Yeah.
yes.
At 6.
Sibio's at 6.
Sibio's at 6.
Anthony's, and like again, this is very much not something I would normally do. You go to an Italian restaurant, like I'm not thinking steak at all, and
Unless you're Mark.
Well, no, I told him to. So the day Krista and I got like our engagement photos, I remember we went to Anthony's that night, and that was my first time there, and I was just in the mood for a steak, and they have a filet on the menu with a sauce that comes with it, like a pan sauce or something like that. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it, I'll try it. I don't typically love steak like with a sauce. Might have been the best steak I've had in the area, and I think I told Mark to get it.
That's what I was just gonna say.
Okay.
That's why he got it. It's outstanding, and he loved it.
Yeah, I wasn't there. I don't know what we had going on, but I wasn't at Anthony's. But I remember we were talking about it. And Mark said it was the best steak he's ever had.
Yeah,
I believe
It's very very good, because like I take a lot of pride in like how I make my steaks here. So like now I'm getting to the point where I like slightly, I don't know if you want to call it cocky, but like I don't love ordering them out unless I know it's going to be like fantastic.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I like the way I make them here now.
Tell us how you make them.
I just sear the shit out of them. I get the pan, like medium to high heat for a few minutes to let it warm up. Steel pan, a little algae oil, high smoke point. Sear it on both sides for a minute and a half. And then sometimes I could typically time it out right in the pan to get it to medium rare the way I like it. But if it's a thicker cut, I'll actually just like stick it in the air fryer on like 220, just on like warm, just to like let it come up to the right temperature. But yeah, super simple, just salt, pepper, garlic, and then like I'll baste it with the butter and everything while it's in the steel pan. But yeah, like I'm just like, the crust that I get on it now, cooking it that style, is what I've grown to like. And you don't always get that when you order it out.
Yeah.
No. That was, I know Moose hasn't picked a place yet, but I don't want to, no spoiler alert, but I know he was considering a steakhouse.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know.
He does like it there.
You know what I'm talking about.
I do, and
Yeah.
I think I know his backup place, and I'm really hoping he picks that.
The one up in Honesdale?
Yeah, you mentioned it already.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know you were thinking about picking that before too, and I know you said before you thought about picking
But
it.
isn't that when we brought it up with him, he's like, that's not what it is. It was a different place. It was like on the hill, and then we were looking up places.
I thought he was
Yeah.
talking. Wasn't he thinking about picking the casino?
That's what I was just saying.
Yeah,
Ruth
Ruth
Chris.
Chris.
Yeah.
Which I actually saw a tweet earlier this week, and it's like somebody was just like, I hate the restaurant name Ruth's Chris. It is, and like the more you think about it, like if you weren't used to saying it, it's a very bizarre name.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I thought it was Ruth Crisp.
It should be. It's better
Should
than
be.
Ruth's Chris.
Crisp sounds good.
What the hell
does.
is Ruth's Chris?
It's certainly someone's
Name.
a combination of names.
I
but-
know, but like what? Like that's like if Tara opened a restaurant, call it Tara Zach.
Be a good name.
Food would suck. Zip, you were saying with Liv's cravings now, that's how you kind of ended up with Red Miso again the other day.
Yes.
So yeah, I got some big news there. Got twins on the way for the Zips.
Twin boys.
Twin boys. Let's
Tyler
go.
1 and Tyler 2. Well, Tyler 2 and Tyler 3, I guess, right?
Yeah,
Two crazy bastards.
they're gonna. You guys are in for it for sure. But that's awesome. Super pumped for
Yes.
you guys.
Yes, thank you. Us too.
Like I felt like it was only a matter of time, but I feel like as soon as you told us it was twins, I think it was Mike who put the twins commercial in our group
Yes.
chat, like
the Budweiser.
Coors or Bud, whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah. Cord. Yeah, you're right.
From like the early 2000s. It's just a classic commercial.
It is classic.
Which kind of like got my wheels turning. Then I was like thinking about, you guys have any like favorite commercials from back then that like, there's a lot of stuff that they did back then that like would never air now. Like not even bad. I think people are just touchier these days. So like, I don't know. There were so many good ones.
Well, along with the twins, one of the great beer commercials that they frequently did was the Real Men of Genius.
Oh yeah.
Real Men of
that's
Genius
good.
was incredible.
That was a good one too.
Yeah.
Lad and the Dos Equis guy, they were good.
were
like
good.
they dragged
Yeah.
it out a little too long, but like for the first 10 of them that they did, they were always really good. I enjoyed those. They were kind of later too. They were
Yeah, they were like probably later 2000s, like 2008. Like,
Yeah.
where those other, like the twins commercials and stuff were like early 2000s, maybe even like late 90s, honestly.
yeah, they were the best. I don't think we'll be able to, but like I wish I could drop in the twins commercial here just to like
Yeah.
Well,
Maybe a
hey,
little copyright issue or
Yeah.
trademark, something like that.
there was it Miller who had the great taste, less filling, and it was like there would be like girls mud wrestling or like in Jello. It's like great taste, less filling. They were always going back.
The beer commercials are always the best. Keith Stone, the Keystone
Keith
commercials.
Stone.
Keith
Yeah.
Stone was good. Was up.
Dude,
Yeah.
was it up?
Was up.
Was that?
What beer was that?
Budweiser.
Bud Light?
Light, maybe?
Budweiser?
Yeah, it might have been Bud Light.
So hilarious story about was up. Not that funny actually.
Medium funny.
Medium funny. So, you guys know Troy Lynn, Chris's roommate from college. So we were talking about like this type of shit at one point a couple of years ago, and she's like, and I was doing it like probably too much when I was drinking, and she's like, oh my god, like you're not gonna believe this, but my dad and his friends, like every time they call each other, they still do the what's up
To this day.
each other, to this day. So I'm like, so I never met him at that point, and I'm like, Troyland, I'm like, the first time I meet him, I'm not gonna say like, hey, I'm Corey, nice to meet you. I'm just gonna hit him with a what's up. And so we went down to Philly however many months ago now for their engagement party. Yeah, it was like a surprise engagement party. So Paul proposed to her and like kind of had Chris in the loop on the whole thing to set up this party. So that was the first time I met her dad, and I pussed out. And
You didn't do it?
No, I regret
I thought
it.
you were gonna say that you did it, and turns out it was all like made up.
Yeah, he just looked at me. Like,
What's this guy talking about?
I know. I was really upset about it. I might still hit him with it next time I see him.
Yeah,
Probably
you
won't.
gotta.
He was overwhelmed, you know. His daughter
I
just-
guess his daughter just got
Yeah, I
engaged.
didn't want to spoil the moment at all. Did that ever tie into? I might be losing my marbles here, but did that tie into something with like a Scream movie ever?
The Was Up.
Yeah.
I think there was
Scary.
something with Scary Movie.
Yeah,
Or Scary
I think it
Movie.
was.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I think it was Scary Movie 3 where they like had Scream in it, and they answer the phone with like "What's up?" Yeah, yeah,
That's definitely what it is.
All right.
Not a Mandela effect. That actually happened.
Yeah. Completely off topic, but circling back to FF. So I think that's kind of like we said, like one of the cool things like our group does. I think the coolest thing that we do, and I don't always partake in it, is the cooking at Kelly's every Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So every Sunday during football season, we go to Kelly Swift's house, and each week somebody is responsible for cooking for the group. And sometimes it's 6 guys, sometimes it's 12 guys, sometimes you never know how
It's
many.
the hardest part.
How many you're gonna get, but like, and again, I don't make it up there every single Sunday. You guys are kind of more religious about it than me, but to just show up. So how many weeks is it? Probably 20 weeks with
Playoffs
and
yeah.
everything. To only have to cook 1 week and to know for the other 19 weeks you just get to show up Sunday afternoon or whatever, and you're gonna get like a pretty solid meal.
Yeah.
It's kind of awesome
and different, and it's not like this Sunday we didn't, because we're kind of planning ahead. We're like, oh well, we have Colin's wedding on Saturday. We're all gonna be in Philly, so like we just ordered yesterday. But like I think that's how it kind of all came about. It was like every single Sunday we're ordering like Benny's or like Drinker or something like that. Just pizza bites, which obviously when you're watching football, like that's what you want anyway. But just like change it up and just not have to spend $20 with like the delivery and everything like that, where it's like you just do one large lump sum, like $100 or so, like to feed the group on a Sunday. And then like you said, just every other Sunday you're like, oh, you're cooking, what are you making? And then like you get something to look forward to and you go watch ball with the boys.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah.
You guys already cooked this year, right?
Yes.
I did.
I always try to go a little early because it's nice getting it out of the way.
Yeah.
I actually spent too much time trying to decide when I want to cook, because it's like I want to know what I'm cooking and when I want to cook, because it kind of tailors into the fact of if I want to do it early, I want to cook outside. Mm-hmm. But then also more people show up at Kelly's when it's outside, so like that's also harder. Where like when we're inside, we know it's like 8 of us, so it's like how many people, so you can kind of plan. Where like this year I cooked the week before Thanksgiving and I just didn't have enough food, and like I thought about it for like 4 days after it because like a bunch of people were in for the holiday, so like a bunch of people showed up and there was like 13 or 14 people there, and I'm like, I'm not gonna have enough food, and I had like just enough. But then you get people there like Pryl eats until he's in a coma and like he couldn't do that, and like I just felt bad. But
the food was good though. That's all that matters.
It was good.
Yeah.
There was enough sides and stuff to go around.
Yeah, well, that's why once I knew all those people were going, I bumped up the sides to make sure to kind of.
It is a bit of a scramble too. When we do our fantasy football draft, that same day, like we just hang out, we draft. The notebook gets opened, everybody starts picking their dates, and it's a little bit of like a mad dash for the dates.
Mm-hmm.
Like I remember I'm bringing up my phone trying to get the Eagles schedule, see when there's a bye or they're playing on Monday or Thursday, because I don't want to cook while they're playing, because you can't pay full attention to the games while it's your day to cook.
Yeah,
Definitely not.
It's tough. I'm actually on the hook this week. I still didn't really decide what I was gonna make, but I got a couple things brewing. I'll come up with
I
something.
didn't know you were cooking this week. That's exciting.
Is this the 21st?
Absolutely. Week before Christmas.
Oh yeah, you're cooking.
Big one.
It is a big one.
Oh shit! I wonder if I'm gonna have the same issue you did. People in.
You might. I
I
know.
didn't factor
Hopefully
that in.
the Big O's coming. I've been in
The big O.
cahoots with him, trying
Your
to
boyfriend.
get. Yeah.
Steelers fan.
World #1 Steelers fan, my biggest crush. Trying to get him to watch ball with us. I think he's coming this week.
Love that.
Yeah. But
Are we at Mark's or Kelly's?
I believe we are at Kelly's this week. Okay. Kelly the camper, yeah. When we're inside, that it is kind of nice though. I remember telling Tara on the way home from the wedding, I was like deathly hungover. Like I was just taking like deep breaths while I'm driving, and she just kept looking at me. She's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
I was bad.
Yeah, it was tough. And I'm like, honestly, thank God we're going to Mark's this week, because like we sit at the bar at Kelly's, and like that atmosphere is the best, because like it's closer knit, and like there's the bar there. Adam gets goofy and he's making drinks, and
it's high
all that.
energy.
It is high. It's higher energy than at Mark's, because you're just sitting on the couch at Mark's. But like sitting on the recliner, if you get there early enough, or sitting on the couch for 7 straight hours after that wedding was like everything that I needed.
Yeah.
And it was, I actually took a little siesta between because this was the first week I think like ever that they didn't have a 4:05 game. So like every game was over and there was like a 20-minute lull. And I'm like, I'm going to lay down because we just ate Vaderos. We got a ton of pizza. And I'm like, I need to take a nap. Get it out of the way.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was in a bad way on Sunday.
Vadaro's is really good.
Yeah. We got Mark frequents there a lot, so he kind of led the charge. We got a pan-fried pizza, which was delicious.
Oh, yeah, their pizza's good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Did they just started doing that?
Recently, I think they posted.
Yeah.
Because they do those fried wraps, too, the deep fried wraps.
Yep.
They are always putting out new specials and stuff, too. I had, like 2 weeks ago there, vodka chicken cheesesteak. Very, very good.
I think that was the last thing I had there, too.
Yeah.
I know Krista gets it quite a bit for takeout. Actually, like on Thursdays when we go up to Mark's to watch the game, she typically does takeout and we'll get wings from there often or somewhere like that. But
Wing bites or their wings?
bone in.
Bone in. Are they good?
Yeah, a couple leftovers every once in a while. I think Moose got the is it that like barbecue platter box that they do every once in a while. It's like a really banging deal.
Oh, yeah?
It's like I forget. I don't hold me to it, but like $25 or $35 or something like that, and you get like a ton of food, like a couple ribs and like chicken. I
know
forget
Peanut Bar
everything
does
that's in
something
it,
like
but
that.
Sides
too,
and
yeah.
everything? Like the whole shebang?
yeah,
That's-
like quite a bit of.
Is it
food
only on a
for
certain
cheap.
day, do you know?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
I don't even know if it's like a staple every week either. Maybe they just post it on a special every once in a while. But yeah, they do some good business. 'Cause I think they were. I think like them and Nina's were like this, they're the same family, and I don't know if there's a falling out. Whatever happens, like shit happens in the restaurant business. So I'm glad. Like, hey, whatever happened. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But it's good. At least they were able to.
And like Zip
to
said,
make it.
they're trying new things, like same ingredients, but just like different types of food, which is always good to be inventive and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that's like the one place we were talking about, like Nürnberger and like trying to get like Mexican places around here and like Thai and Asian and all that stuff. There's no barbecue places around us
Not anymore. Since
because
Kundal's.
Kundal's is gone.
Yeah.
But like legit, like
That's a
you
tragedy.
go get a platter of like all types of smoked types of meats and like you get like this cream spinach, the baked beans, the mac and cheese, the cornbread, all that stuff, and like you just don't even like a Mission. I'm shocked that I know it's a chain, but Commerce Boulevard is the home of the chains. You would think that there would be like some kind of barbecue place up there, and there's nothing.
I know. Especially, yeah, like I think there is probably a big demand. Like people around here are eaters, I would say, for the most part.
Yeah,
There's tons of
definitely.
like blue collar eating, if you want to categorize it like that. Like the Texas Roadhouse is packed
Oh,
24/7.
All times.
Like every single day. Like people want to get their money's worth and have like a bigger meal compared to like, I don't know, the coastal cities, I guess, if we're comparing. And I eat like that for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like a Mission barbecue would crush up there. We are getting a red leaf.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
Pumped about that.
I've only had it once, but it was awesome.
And it's right next to Dinger and Amanda's new practice.
Oh, okay. Back, yeah.
Right next door.
Yeah.
So that'll be good. I love red leaf. It's so friggin' good. Talking about good barbecue though. Waymar Hotel's barbecue.
I was going to
rips.
say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I've never had it.
Oh, dude.
They have a pit that's open in the.
Yeah.
okay.
Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yeah.
They do
Okay.
the outside pit. And it's good atmosphere up there.
Isn't that back like kind of barn pavilion
Yes.
type area? That's
Yeah.
where. Okay.
Yeah. We never did a.
We did.
Oh
We
yeah,
did.
we did.
We did.
We did.
It was good. It was. I remember. I feel like it was like October,
No.
but it was snowing, or
It
was it
was.
like
Sorry, I
the
just.
end? Was it the spring?
No, it was the Friday before we were in the half marathon.
Oh yeah. So
Yeah.
that's,
Sorry, it was April.
I know
yeah,
it was snowing,
yeah.
and it was like a weird time.
It was
for it to
freezing.
snow.
Yes.
We're a
Yeah,
month,
yeah, yeah.
month too early.
For what?
Barbecue up there.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because like,
Way to go, Liz.
dang, it's so. I will say, so my parents really like it up there. So like in years past, like we would go up there with them. It was like a Sunday thing, 2 or 3 times a summer. Just
Yeah.
go up there and get some barbecue, or whatever. And like the first, say like 10 times I went, it was always great. And this is when Kundal's was still open. So like this is we're going way back. And then there was like 1 or 2 times I went up there, and like I don't know, like they were just like a little off. Like the it wasn't as tender. It was just like a little off. So I like lost a little faith in it there for a little bit. And then I went back, like, I didn't write it off or anything. Like, I was back, like, probably the next summer.
Yeah.
And since then, like, the last, like, 6 years probably, does not miss. It's so friggin' good.
So it sounds like we got to pencil that in
Yeah, it's a summer one for sure.
in the summer, yeah.
I gave you shit for it. And I know there's not a ton of options. We don't have a ton of al fresco dining, but when people, we only get 3 months where we could like bank on eating outside.
Yeah.
So when somebody has the FFF pick and doesn't pick an outdoor place June to August, I get a little hurt inside.
It was going to be hooked, right? And that's what you were mad at me for?
Hooked, yeah.
Yeah.
Should have been hooked.
Well,
It's actually a tragedy that we haven't been there yet.
I just feel like
It's so good. It's tough that they don't do reservations, though, right?
that's yes.
They don't do reservations, but they just added I don't know if it's like a private dining, but they expanded. So
Yeah.
like they probably could do a private dining thing where like you could reserve that area. And I think they added some garage doors on it. So like in the summer it will be
Yeah.
sweet.
BYOB, their menu is great.
It's just like there's nothing else like Hooked in the area. I friggin'
It's tough. Whenever I see them post like
ride
their
for Hooked.
special on Instagram, right away I'll go to Live and I'll be like, yo, maybe we should get Hooked.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you would classify that as, like Asian seafood, like
Yeah, it's mostly seafood in the, they do have some like sushi
Asian spin
towers
kind
and-
of, right?
Every
I
once
mean,
in a while, yeah. That's true.
but yeah, it's kind of its own little like niche of like type of cuisine, but I've only had it twice, but it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
I had it. It's
So
so good, and never there either. Like it travels, and it's a 20-minute drive from Clark Summit, give or take, and it was so good. I can't even imagine how much better and fresh everything would be if we like went up there, sat down, and had a meal up there.
It's like beach bar vibes in there too. Like it's in the summer, like you go in, it feels right.
Yeah.
It's and they have like, so it's BYO, but they have like if you wanted to do frozen drinks, like they have the frozen basically just I guess non-alcoholic version, if you will, and you could add in whatever you want. So like if you wanted an island type drink, they do have a bunch of that stuff as well.
Yeah, bring a bottle.
Yeah. They're super nice people too, Arthur and Mel. I kind of got to know them a little bit just like through local every once in a while because I was including them on because it's one of my favorite restaurants, so I always kind of include it in the giveaways that we do and stuff. So like they've reached out through the years. We've so like every time I go and we chat with them, they're super, super nice people.
Yeah.
They were down in Florida and they had a restaurant down there.
I saw that they have 2 locations now. Yeah.
Yeah, so they moved back. So that one closed when they moved back here just to open this one, and now they actually reopened another one down there. So I don't know how the hell they're doing that, but they're doing it, and it's it's good stuff, man. That blackened edamame, sushi tower, their tacos. Oh, dude, everything's so good.
Maybe you should get that on Thursday and bring some blackened edamame for the boys.
Wouldn't be the first time.
I know.
Might have to. Want to talk about ball at all?
If you want,
We could talk ball.
I could always talk ball.
So, I'm talking about Osa watching ball at Kelly's and Mark's. Steelers last night. No big deal. Gonna win the division.
Honestly, look really good.
Yeah.
Dolphins are bad.
Dolphins
but
are
have
bad.
But have been playing well.
Tua should not be playing quarterback anymore. Someone needs to protect him from himself.
I think they're going to bench him. See that news today?
No.
Mike McDaniel is in his press conference today. He's like, we're looking at and evaluating everything, and everyone's been talking about that. Means Tua's getting benched for Quinn Ewers.
It's probably time. I mean, draft Quinn for a reason.
I mean, he's a 7th-round pick, though. It's kind of like...
Yeah. It's crazy how much like he slipped. At one point, he was like a Heisman favorite.
Yeah.
And then, well, that was probably... And then he stayed a year and his draft slipped, right?
Right.
His
Yeah,
draft
he wasn't
stock
great.
slipped.
Wasn't great in the playoff.
Yeah. And
He could do it, though.
speaking of Texas quarterbacks, Arch just announced today that he's staying.
I think that's good.
Oh,
the
God.
Manning way.
He's been playing. He started off so bad, and he has progressed throughout the whole season. So I think that's a good move for him.
Yeah. And it could very much turn into one like the first like 5 weeks of this year is going to be like a long forgotten story. Like he could just come out next year and play like he's been playing. He'll be unanimous #1 overall pick potentially. And I don't know, but you guys think the Steelers are the best team in Pennsylvania?
No,
or?
definitely not.
It's a crazy thing to say. You sound like Moose. All Moose does is send me TikToks of, well, I kind of started it because I've been getting a bunch of AI TikToks of Steelers locker room. And it's like, yeah, guys, we might have just lost today. It's like Mike Tomlin. It's like, yeah, we might have lost today, but we're one step closer to 9-8. And the locker room just goes crazy. And once I send it to Moose, it's just all in my algorithm. So I've been sending it to him, and he's been hitting me with some Jalen Hurts.
Oh yeah,
BS.
Yeah, there's a lot of propaganda out there.
Yeah, a lot of propaganda out there.
How do you guys feel about Jalen?
He was an efficient 17 for 20 for $185 and 3 touchdowns on Sunday. So I would say
Against
pretty
the
good.
Raiders?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Against the Raiders.
I guess should be mentioned, but I don't know.
No, I like Jalen. I ride for him.
I definitely feel that it's you can get down on him at points because that's definitely possible and it's reasonable. But I think the overreaction definitely swings too hard as well.
Yeah. Too quickly, too.
He was the Super Bowl MVP last year.
Right.
Arguably should have been a 2-time Super Bowl MVP, but
Yeah.
they don't give it to losers. I mean, he outplayed Mahomes in both Super Bowls and arguably should have won that game for that. They had that Bradbury hold, which could be a hold. I'm not saying it wasn't, but yeah, I mean, he shows up when it matters. Unfortunately, there's times when he doesn't show up, and you know how Philadelphia media and fans are, and that's just the way it goes. It also doesn't help that they have a 6'6" backup with a strong arm who has looked good every time he is in the game, Tanner McKee. So there are some times when people are calling for him to come in, like last week against the Chargers when Jalen turned the ball over 5 times. But
And also, I mean, you have to look at like sometimes, like the line that last year compared to this year, like everything just went right for us last year. Like there was some, like occasionally some guys that missed time, but for the most part, the line was healthy. It has not been this year. The running game has not been effective like it was last year, and that completely like opens up everything for you.
yeah, and I think it's a fair thing to say that like if your running game and line isn't working, which obviously is a huge part about progressing and doing well as a quarterback, Jalen Hurts isn't the guy that can just go win you a football game throwing it 40 times a game. Like, there's nothing wrong in saying that. Doesn't mean he's not a good or great quarterback, but he's not Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or Pat Mahomes, or like he's not like those guys.
Yeah, he's got to be in his system. Yeah.
When Saquon's running for 2,000 yards and then you do a play action, A.J. Brown's going to be open in a slant route or Goddard in a flat route. Like, that's going to happen. And it just hasn't. Dickerson's been hurt all year long. He's an all-pro left guard, and he's been hurt. So Saquon, I think, kind of lost a step. I think he's trying to make too many home runs, and I don't know. We'll see what happens. That defense is terrifying, though, so they're going to win the division. They're going to get a home game, and they're hopefully going to go to at least the divisional round and probably play Green Bay, who they already beat, who just lost Micah, and can easily see them going to Green Bay and winning, and then they'd probably get the Rams. And I think they're the best team in the football, but
The Rams?
yeah. But, you know,
They're
anything
dangerous.
Stafford looks awesome this
Anything can
year.
happen.
Him and
Devontae's
his
hurt.
connection with Puka is unbelievable.
Losing to, well, I don't know how long he'll be out, but Devontae pulled a hammy or something. Right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they said
Puka and him both got it. Like Puka came back into the game, but
poor Puka. The guy plays so hard he can't play one full game.
Yeah, speaking of guys that
without
need to be
coming
protected
in.
from
It's
themselves.
He's
Unbelievable.
an animal. His body control is like
He's a freak.
truly a freak.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And like I didn't realize how big he was either. Like he's big boy.
Like built.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were saying like you hear fighters and stuff, like guys in the UFC talk about this a lot, where it's just like certain guys, like doesn't matter what you weigh, and like we're all from, like when you play sports, like 180s or whatever, like 200 pounds isn't always 200 pounds. Like some guys are 200 pounds and they just feel different,
Right.
and like they use their body differently than other guys who are 200 pounds and even 2 inches taller. And they were saying like he's one of the most dense human beings. I forget who was saying it, but they were saying like Puka's one of the most dense human beings like they've ever been around in terms of just like how structurally like sound he is, I guess.
Yeah, and he makes a strong argument for being the best like overall wide receiver in football, because the amount of times that you watch a game and they run him in like short motion and he's kind of lining up behind the tight end because he's blocking on a run play.
Yeah.
And he's arguably the best blocking receiver in football, and then you couple that with he's second in the league in yards, and he's just an animal catching the ball too. So it's like kind of reminds you of your old boy, Hines Ward, back in the day.
Kind of. The best blocking wide receiver maybe of all time.
Yeah, I mean, maybe.
Maybe. He's on that list.
He's one of the best for sure.
Not one of the best receivers, though.
He caught 1,000 balls, which probably only about a dozen people,
That's pretty
maybe
crazy.
more than that, but not many people have caught 1,000 balls, and he is one of them. Longevity matters, but
Yeah, you got to count it for. Dude, I saw some Jerry Rice stats the other day.
Yeah.
I actually screenshot it and I was gonna put it in the group, but I didn't feel like starting an argument with you.
me,
Yeah, about who's the best receiver there.
Jerry Rice.
Well, no, I know that's unanimous, but he literally is like double the number 6 guys in like a lot of categories. It's crazy. Like he's had careers within careers. It's unbelievable.
I mean, the 2 quarterbacks, like 2.
Yeah.
I mean, that helps too, obviously.
Right. The hard part is though, like and the more crazy part is he did this not in a pass happy NFL.
I mean, they were pass happy. They were at the cutting edge of it.
Right.
But yeah, it's a different game now for sure.
Yeah, and it's honestly kind of turned back towards some
Everything cycles.
Yeah, you see like
Overcompensate defenses.
think
and
about
then you
this
just
like
adjust.
a decade ago with like Big Ben and Drew Brees and Peyton and Brady. Like there were games where they're throwing for 500 yards.
Oh yeah.
You're hard pressed to find a quarterback throw for 300 yards anymore.
Yeah.
And like they were throwing for 5,800 yards. Like they were breaking the record every year. Like I think Dak leads the league and he's at like 41 or something like that. And there's 3 games. Like he's going to get maybe to like 48, 49, which is a lot. But
yeah, I think defenses were just lagging a little bit. Like there was so much emphasis on offense where it's like obviously the best athletes were gravitating there. And then it's like, okay, we clearly need more speed guys in secondaries to compete with.
Yeah.
You know, it just there's always like a 2 or 3 year lag with defenses. They'll adjust. Same thing with the running game. You for the longest time you had big Vince Wilfork type characters up in the middle.
Yeah,
when
it was
people
load the
were
box
trying to
up,
pound the ball.
and now it's like don't give up the big play.
yep, it's all 2 high safeties. It's all bend, don't break. Give
Yeah.
up the short intermediate passes. Don't give anything over the top. So
Yeah.
it's like it's just really hard to do now.
Yeah. Who do you think are the 10 best receivers in the league right now?
Oh God.
Well, it's definitely JSN.
Yeah, who do you
Amon-Ra.
think better? Who do you think is better, JSN or Puka?
I mean, I would pick Puka.
I kind of would
Personally,
too, despite what JSN is doing. I think obviously he's having a better year.
Yeah, but it's even kind of slowed down. He only has like 200 more yards, and
Yeah.
we just talked about Puka being like blocker. Like I think the best receiver in football is Puka. It helps that he has Matt Stafford, but
Yeah, and I don't think Puka playing healthy. I think if he wants to, has no problem going out and getting 8 to 10 catches. No problem.
Oh yeah, every week.
Yeah.
Jamar obviously.
Justin Jefferson.
Yes, but no. I mean, it's yes, but
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
he's not even.
It's like the same argument with Jamar to an extent. Obviously, like
Yeah, but
throwing back
Jamar
the ball.
still is getting 10 catches for like 100 yards.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's not going to get 1,000 yards this year.
It's crazy.
He had 22 yards on Sunday
It's
night.
criminal, actually.
Yeah,
That's 5.
that is 9.
9, sorry.
Talking Donovan McNabb.
9.
That is 9. Who else we got? I mean, A.J. Brown, he can complain all he wants, but he's one of the 10 best receivers in football.
Yeah.
I know who you want me to say. CeeDee Lamb.
CD
Yeah,
and
He wants Pickens.
yeah. Because we had an argument last year that he was a top 15 receiver, and I very vividly remember saying, no, he's not, but he could be.
He's awesome, but again, too, look over the past 2 games now.
Yes.
Like he slowed down all of a
Yes.
sudden.
I feel like that's been happening a lot this year with like even like Amon-Ra. Like everybody knows these guys are great, but it's like the story like really changes on like a 2 or 3 week swing with a lot of these guys. Like obviously, I don't know, like we said, like Jamar is like it's tough. Obviously, when you don't have your starting quarterback, it's a whole different argument. But
Yeah.
there's so many swings, and like Pickens pops off for 5 weeks in a row when CD's in and out, and like he looks like a top 3 guy,
Yeah.
and then comes back.
Well,
down to
it's
earth a little bit.
just also who he is. I mean, I think
Yeah.
all of that matters going into a receiver. It's like the game 2 weeks ago might have been the Lions. Yeah, it was the Thursday night game we were
Jameson.
watching. No, well,
they were on Thanksgiving when Amon-Ra went down. And
Yeah.
Jameson played unbelievable.
Yeah,
he looks
he's
like a
someone
different- He looks
too.
like a different player. Like
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't mean to cut
No,
you
you're
off,
good.
but like for the most part, like they use him to take the top off, and then every once in a while run a design play where he gets it in the open field and can use his wheels and go.
Yeah.
And then it's like Amon-Ra goes down. It's like, oh my god, he could be a number 1 on any team any week.
Yeah.
It's great. It's weird.
I mean, it's the same with Devontae Smith. I mean, I've been in the camp of I think Devontae is just as good, if not better, than AJ Brown. I think Devontae is a top
Just looks different.
2 to 3 route runner in football, and for about a month in the middle of the season, he was looking like that.
Yeah.
And then AJ kept complaining, and in the last 4 weeks, AJ's getting 10 to 12 targets a week, and Devontae's getting 5 or 6.
Yeah.
And it's just the way it goes in the NFL. Unless you're the unquestioned stud, like someone like Houston with like Nico, it's like, yeah, you have Jaden Higgins and Hutchinson, like there's these guys, but they can't match like Nico the way like Pickens and CD could, or T and Jamar and Devontae and AJ, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I feel like there's 2 or 3 guys we're forgetting. Well, anyway, we didn't get through all the.
oh yeah, I mean there's probably a ton that we're not thinking of, but the most underrated receiver I think maybe of all time, but he's been hurt a ton, Mike Evans.
Oh,
that game on Thursday night was like that's Mike Evans. Watching him just high pointing footballs, it's unbelievable. And he's like 32 years old and he's just not slowing down.
He's a freak.
It's insane.
Very glad I held on to him in my IR spot and waited, because there was a good chance he wasn't going to come back at all.
Yeah.
Ibuka's another one where the first half of the season you're like, holy shit, he's going to be a top 10 guy immediately. And I mean, Baker and whatever, things happen there.
On another fantasy team, I have Ibuka, and I just don't know, with Godwin and Evans healthy, I just don't think I could reasonably start him.
No. He's had 5 bad weeks in a row.
Yeah.
It's like
it's tough.
not someone you can trust.
Who do you think is going to win Rookie of the Year?
Offensive Rookie of the Year?
Yeah. It just switched this week because obviously he had a huge
Travion Henderson, he's unbelievable. It
was between Ibuka and Tet.
Ted's been up and down too, yeah.
It's crazy. I just don't understand why. So, I mean, I was screaming it because I had him. I drafted him on my fantasy team.
Yeah.
So did you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just so infuriating watching them trot out Ramondre Henderson,
Fumbling
having
like
him
crazy.
fumbling. Yeah, and like I get it. Like he's a good back, but to just limit the amount of carries Travion Henderson was getting, and that run when the Bills went up and then the Patriots came back. When he gets open space, he is so fast. It's crazy.
Should have been a loss of like 3.
Yeah.
And then he just cut it to the other side of the field, and just even like the safeties who had the edge, like who had like the
the
angle, and he just outran all of them.
I think the Pats are going to be a problem. I know like Josh Allen does. Well, it was James Cook too, but like
yeah.
It's gonna be hard. It's tough because you have to deal with Josh, but like they're good. With like not great guys still.
But like the hard part is the AFC is so wide open right now as it stands. If the playoffs started today, it would be the Bills Texans. They played on Thursday night, and Josh Allen looked like he was a rookie quarterback against that defense. Yeah. He got sacked 9 times, and like if Stroud is just reasonable, Woody Marks is good, and Nico's good, and Schultz is a good tight end. And like if you have that defense, I could see the Texans going into Buffalo and winning.
Yeah.
I can also see the Buffalo Bills winning the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Josh, like you just don't.
Yeah.
know.
This year he's been weird. He's been totally Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
And he has to do a lot. I get that, and I still don't understand how they do not trot out and get their hands on a good 1A receiver.
Yeah. When there's like probably 7 teams across the league that have 3 guys in their wide receiver room better than their number 1 in Buffalo. It's crazy.
We talked about were you there when we were talking about Marks? Yeah, better than Khalil Shakir.
And I like Khalil Shakir.
I think
he's
yeah.
You
he's
just
a
need
2
more help
at best.
He's arguably a 3. He's a slot receiver. He's like a scatty type slot guy.
Yeah, I mean
they drafted Keon Coleman in the first round last year to be their ex, and he's been terrible and
he's an idiot.
a head case. Yes,
yeah.
An idiot. They brought in Josh Palmer, and he's done nothing. It's like
it was a long shot. I feel bad, but if Josh is going to win it, or at least get there, this is the year. Mahomes is out.
Yeah, that usually is their kryptonite.
Like this
in the playoffs.
The door is wide open. I mean, they have to.
Yeah, if you think about, if you say to anybody, any NFL fan, who are the 4 best quarterbacks in football, I think 100% of people would say Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes. There's a more than 50% chance that 3 of those 4 are not even in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Mahomes obviously isn't towards ACL, and they're eliminated. The Steelers look like they're going to win the North. And
even if
Joe
the
Burrow
Ravens
got
make it in,
eliminated.
the Ravens are so
Right.
flawed. Like,
Right.
Yeah,
And Joe Burrow,
trouble.
they also got eliminated. So, like,
It's weird. It's wide
yeah,
open.
Drake May, CJ Stroud, Trevor Lawrence, like, those guys are good. But
Stafford
in a
could have
playoff
been
game,
MVP.
do you think that Josh Allen's not going to beat those guys in the playoffs?
Right.
Yeah, Stafford's the overwhelming favorite after the Pats loss, right?
Yeah. Josh is creeping up, though. And there's an argument to be had there for how much he has to do. I mean, it's hard to discredit guys because, like, you still have to go out there and do it. Like, and you can't hold it against Stafford that he has Devontae and Puka. But, like, what Josh is doing with nobody is
And
impressive. Right.
McVay matters a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's Stafford's just, like, so smart and so good.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
He
Like-
throws more no-look passes than looking passes. It's crazy.
He's just, that offense is just so much fun to watch.
They're awesome.
And then they have two fantastic edge rushers with, what's his name, Young and Jared Verse, too.
Jared Verse
and
is
it's
great.
like, yeah, I don't know how you don't say that they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. Like, they just look.
That would be a fun Super Bowl. Those two dueling.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
That would be a fun one.
Be nice to get Matt Stafford another one. I'm a big Matt Stafford fan.
I'm a fan, too.
I hate the Rams, though.
I do too, but, well, comparably to the other teams in the NFC, I don't hate them nearly as much. Like the
The Niners.
for sure, yeah. I hate the Packers. I
Yeah,
don't know why.
I'm with you there, too.
I don't know why, but Bills or Bears or whatever.
There's a couple of dangerous teams like that where, like, you could see, like, kind of like when the Giants made that, like, the Texans you mentioned, like, not necessarily limp into the playoffs, but, like, not real contenders on the top of everybody's mind, but just how this year's shaking out. Like, you could see it being a weird year where somebody random kind of makes it to shake it up with some of the big dogs down a little bit, with the Chiefs and the Birds a little helter-skelter at times, I think.
Texans would be cool to win.
Texans would be neat.
I mean, you also can't count out Pryles boys.
Oh,
Yeah. The Broncos
They
are
have the
very
best
good.
record in football.
And they looked so good.
They're a major
Yeah.
problem.
Granted, a lot of it relies on what Bo Nix shows up, and that's obviously the most important position in football. But that defense, and if a competent Bo shows up in the fourth quarter, which he's done all year long, Sean
Cortland
Payton-
Sutton's awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know how
Did you see how fast I saw a next gen stat that he reached 23.3 miles an hour
would
on a
be like-
catch in the
Oh,
fourth
really?
quarter.
That would be
It's
like
the fastest in the league.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Tyreek was at like 21 and a half
Yeah,
like 3
that's-
years. I like double taked when I looked at it. I'm like, what?
Them strides, boy.
I guess that thin air, gliding through the air. I don't.
How tall do you think he is? He looks
Honestly,
very tall.
nowhere near as tall as you would. I think about this all the time,
A.J.
specifically
Brown's
with
like
AJ
that.
Brown. AJ Brown is like 6'1".
He looks huge on the field.
You know who's 6'4"? JJ Redick. You think JJ Redick is bigger than AJ Brown?
Yeah. Well, I sent you guys
It's
that
just-
picture. Remember, it was Steph next to Bryson.
Yes.
They golfed.
Oh,
they
yeah.
did a challenge together or
Yes,
whatever.
yeah.
And like Steph is like not only taller than him, which is like a little less surprising. Like stature, like not that much different.
Yeah.
Like Bryson looks like a fucking bodybuilder on the golf course.
Right.
Yeah, I feel like
Very
guards
strange.
in the NBA are always surprising just because you're used to comparison with them on the
Yeah.
on the court.
Steph's got significantly bigger. Like he's been lifting his ass off since he got in the league. Like,
Yeah.
because when he came in, he was skinny. Now
Yeah.
he's like
Big.
Everybody just like pictures him as skinny, but he's actually like pretty filled out. Clearly, I gotta pop that picture up on the screen for this.
Yeah.
What do you guys? This is very random. What do you guys think about? And it kind of works out with the calendar perfectly. If we switch to 13 months a year with 28 days in every month.
Do you have a name for the 13th month?
I have to think about that.
Where do the days cut? Like,
Just shave the last whatever you have.
3
to.
off and move it into the next month, kind of.
Yeah.
And then all those leftovers would
Well, I don't
be-
know. Yeah, where number one? Yeah, where do you place the extra month? Like
That's
do
what
you-
I'm saying.
Do you
So, like,
cap it at one of the front or back end, or slide it in somewhere?
well,
An extra summer month?
that would be good, except we wouldn't actually we'd get the summer month, but not the weather from.
Correct.
So the weather would still be the same for.
Yeah, September would just look a little different.
Yeah, which is like right now.
Kind
and
of.
A lot of patients have said this to me. Like right now, this December, like bitter cold.
Freezing.
It feels like January.
Freezing.
Like
Yes.
it's not we don't usually get this type of cold.
We've had 3 pretty decent snow. I wouldn't say storms, but like snow.
This felt like December when we were kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I used to.
Yeah.
Because like skiing, like growing up when I would ski, I feel like we would get the snowstorm, and the snow from the first storm would still be on the ground for the rest of the winter because it would never get warm enough to melt. So we always had snow once it snowed. But then, like 2 years ago, I had the season pass for skiing, and it was just like those images you see when people put up like Ski the East, and it's just the snow that's man-made snow.
Yeah.
And then like everywhere else around the mountain is just dirt and rocks and stuff. So I hope snow sticks around. It definitely looks better when you're driving around and
Yeah, I mean,
when
if
you
it's
pass
gonna-
by the mountain.
Yeah, if it's gonna be cold, might as
Yeah.
well be snow.
How about that? The scenery when we were leaving Philly on.
Oh my God, beautiful.
Tara just kept taking pictures and talking about how nice it was. We were talking about it at
snow.
Mark's.
The
It was
snow was
unbelievable.
sitting because the storm was supposed to start earlier in the day, and then it didn't end up starting. Like I remember going to bed after the wedding, and like I peered out our hotel window
Mm-hmm.
at like midnight, and it was just raining still. So I think it started at like 2 or 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
So the snow as we were driving back from Philly on the turnpike was just perfectly sitting on all the branches.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so nice.
It is the best. I was because like in our backyard, they're kind of like a privacy fence, but just like they're not arborvitaes, but they're like wider, like but they're evergreen trees.
Yeah.
And like it is nice when you look out, you get green and with the snow on it.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing better. That's what I said at the build. Like I'm like I need to plant evergreen trees down the back because like when I look down the back, like I need some green in the winter.
Yeah.
And then when the snow's on top, it's even better.
How about that snowstorm we got last year where it was just like tearing trees down and
Oh, dude.
I had to go out with the basketball because
Yeah.
I think Mike maybe said he was doing it or something, and then I went out and did the same because our power, the lines run right through like an evergreen tree like that, and it was getting pushed down, and then our power was like flickering on and off. So I went out and just was chucking the basketball trying to knock like all the heavy snow off.
it was just weird though because like it didn't seem like it was like a heavier like slushy snow. Like we've had that before, but like
it was heavy.
Yeah.
but heavier than normal. We were driving down the
It was
street and
just
there were
like-
just trees ripped out.
It was
of the
just
ground.
so much, and it was like that perfect temperature where it was like heavy.
It was crazy.
So I ended up, because I was just like fixated. It was the end of archery season when it was like the last week, and I wanted to get a deer with the bow so bad.
Yeah.
So I was just like so stupid. Like literally that night, drove up to the hunting land. Shouldn't have.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like I had to change course of direction 4 different times for trees down in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
But like I just had it in my head that I was going to hunt the next morning.
Yeah.
So I went out and I was like hunting in the snow. So I'm sitting in the stand and I'm in a ladder stand like 20 or 25 feet up. And it's like just daybreak. So I'm just starting to see. And within my first like hour there, I heard 5 trees fall.
It's crazy.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be in this
In the middle of
stand
the
when
woods.
This tree decides to go down and I fucking face plant into, I mean, it'll be snow, but this, like, this is not worth it. Like, what the hell am I doing up here? I'm also not going to see a deer anyway. But I just like, I got like crazed that I had to be out there. But it was beautiful. Like it was because of all of that. Like
Yeah.
the snow staying on all the trees. But it was dicey.
it was heavy. Yeah.
I guess that answers the age-old question. If a tree falls in the forest, does it make a sound?
Well,
That's if nobody's
if
there.
there's no one around to hear it, it doesn't make a sound.
No.
So it doesn't answer it.
So I guess
Shit.
it doesn't answer it. Cake on my face. Shout out.
I was cleaning up snow though. I was outside shoveling, and then I thought it was a gunshot, and it was on Washington Ave, a huge like 10-foot tree. It just snapped right down, and a guy had
So loud.
just enough time in his truck, kind of slowed down. And then he got out. Me and him had like carried it out of the road.
It's crazy. I forgot about that storm a little bit.
It was bad.
Yeah,
So are you guys in favor of the 13 months or no?
pass.
Yeah, I passed too. But
Wouldn't it be easier if every month was the same amount of time?
no,
Let's just do a longer weekend.
I was actually that'd be nice. I was just talking about this last weekend. Oh, with Carrie and Aunt, Mark and Liz's friends, like for the 12-6 party. Aunt doesn't know how many days are in a month. Just doesn't know. Like do you guys
every
know
month?
if I were to say like
I'm embarrassed to
March.
say.
you don't
31?
31 past September, April, June, and November.
Yeah, I don't know that rhyme.
So, do you guys know about the knuckle trick?
Nope.
Every raised knuckle is 31 days. and then every indent is 30. So if you go January, February, March, April, May, June, July, the only month at back-to-back 31 days is July and August. So you go knuckle, August, September, October, November, December. So it's always like off and on.
Huh.
So if you ever want to know, I just think
You should know.
you should know. But yeah, just
That's why if you go to 13, you don't need to know any friggin' tricks.
Even
I
it all out.
guess,
Yep.
I guess, yeah.
Like, why do you think they decided however long ago, like, we're doing 12 months?
I mean, you can ask that. We could be here forever, and we can talk about anything.
There might be a reason, though.
Maybe.
We could probably Google it. There probably is a reason.
Ask AI.
No.
Alright.
You ask AI.
No.
You want me to ask?
No.
I thought about that with the alphabet once. Like, if we were ever to come up with the 27th letter, what on earth, like, what sound would it be?
Oh, there's tons of sounds.
Like what?
Just look at it, different languages. They have different sounds for things.
Yeah, like, would it be a double something? Double R?
Yeah. Also, like, how, like, uncreative are people that, like, they have to call it W.
And it's a V.
Yeah. Doesn't
Two
make any
Vs.
sense.
It's the world we live in.
Also, like, it's like that with so many words. Like, where if you were learning the English language, it's impossible. Like, why can't they just call... I can't think of a good example right now. There's a word that has a double, like, two different meanings, and they're not even remotely close. Like, what's a good
Spelled the same way?
Yeah.
Or spelled differently?
Yeah. Where, like, you don't know what it means unless there's context clues.
Lead and lead?
Right. Just pick different
Pronounced
words.
differently, sounds differently. Like, also, like, if you had a lead,
One's a noun,
and then
one's
you're
a
like,
verb.
yeah. If you're like, oh, I had a lead in this game, or oh, we led in this game. Lead
Right.
is LED, but then if you're talking about the
How the
metal, it's
hell?
LEAD, and it's also pronounced lead.
Right. How the hell are you supposed to learn that
It's impossible.
as a non-English speaking
There's
person?
there, and there, two, and two.
So stupid. Just come up with different words.
Why do we park in driveways but drive on parkways?
That's a great question, too.
Very good one.
We're not smart enough to know these answers, unfortunately.
We got to change something. Sip, I thought you were going to show up at my parents' house the other day. My mom just got her knee replaced.
I heard, yeah.
Is that kind of what you do? I don't even know.
I don't work with too many like post-ops. Our referrals we mostly get are for most of the time like elderly. Like you'll see the post-ops, you'll get like home health right after.
Yeah.
And then you'll be seen for like a short time, and then you'll transition to, if you still need more
On-site or
therapy,
whatever.
yeah, you'll go to like outpatient. And we are technically outpatient, but we go into the home, and we're mostly seeing people where it's not as reasonable or viable for them to get to like an outpatient clinic during the day or something like that. So I have kind of worked with a few, but most of the time, no.
Yeah.
But I did. How's she doing?
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's doing...
Who told me? So I ran into somebody.
Was it Andy?
It was Andy, actually. Yeah, it was Andy.
Because he went to the same guy. He
Referred.
told her,
He said he went to a really good surgeon. Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
And he got to referred by somebody else, and
Yeah.
it's all.
He's going back for another one,
What
too.
age is considered elderly? Because, like, no offense to your mom, but I've had a conversation about this where I feel like we're getting older, but we feel like our parents are still like 50,
I know, they're not.
and they're not.
I would say if you're over 65, no, I wouldn't say that's elderly yet. But also, yeah, like
elderly,
does it continue to slide? At like the older we get, like elderly
Gets older. Like,
I mean, once you like 62, we start qualifying for like Social Security, and
Yeah, that's probably elderly technically.
but like it just
in my
depends
head,
on
it's
like
probably
what.
like 75.
yeah, like my mom is 64. So, like, based off of what Zippé's saying, which I agree with, but like my mom would be elderly, but I would never consider my mom elderly.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, like, it's weird because, like, when we were kids and you look at your grandma and grandpa, like, you think they're so old. And, like, now,
Yes.
as a result, well, like, obviously not yet. Like, can't really comprehend it yet. But, like, they're going to view them in an entirely different light.
Yeah, it's insane.
But also, like, people just look younger now.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, I look at a picture of my grandparents when they were, say, 70, like my parents-ish, and they look significantly older.
yeah.
Yeah.
Objectively.
Well, even people like that in like back in the day, I feel like in their 20s look older than we do at like.
Oh
Yeah.
God.
Five.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sigs, dude.
Yeah. And just like responsibilities.
Yeah.
Like
Grew up harder.
yeah, you had like a real job by a certain time.
Yeah, when you're like
a real
14.
responsibility. You were raising kids by this age.
True. Very true.
Do you think that's ever going to plateau, like having children? Because whenever I see my grandma, she's like, yeah, like I had a kid when I was 19 and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like times have changed. And like our parents, I know your mom had Nicole when she was younger, but like our parents had us when we're like, I don't know, 24 to 27, 28. And now it's like, I had my first kid at 32. You're having your first kid at 33. And it's like, eventually we can't just keep going up. You can't be having your first kid when you're
Well, it's just
I
because it's
think
more medically complex.
right for the women with what 34 it is, but like I feel like even that is like not that's getting older too. Where I feel like they can be like 36,
now it's more advances.
37.
Yeah,
right.
Just,
I bet you, and I hope this isn't naive, but I bet you it is probably plateauing now because of like the viability of it. Like,
right.
Realistically, most people are probably marrying within like 2 or 3 years age gap. So I would say like most women, you're not going to be pushing it past like 35.
Right. And I maybe because we're in this generation of doing it this way, but I think this is the right way to do it. People who have kids when they're like 24 is crazy. You don't get to enjoy your life. You don't get to like enjoy.
You get a little more financially stable too.
When you're 30s and all
but there's
that.
give and take too, because then there's like, okay, well then now my kids are like adults. I'm having grandkids and
Right.
stuff like that, and I'm still young.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's
That's-
like give and take both ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it on the back end.
Yeah, my grandma's still alive. She's a great grandmother to Ezra and Ben and Leo, and she's 91
Yeah.
because she had my mom, well, my Uncle Rick when she was 19.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like we're not, I don't know, but because anything can happen, but we might not be great grandparents because
Yeah, probably not.
like when Ezra's 30, I'm going to be 63. So I mean, I guess, yeah, I guess
Well,
no, because then
Yeah,
if
no.
Ezra has a kid, I'm going to be a grandparent.
right.
And then let's say another 30 years, maybe if I'm 93,
Couple
but
years.
like, yeah.
Yeah. And like, yeah. I feel like I'm on like my like my grandpa had my dad late, my dad had me later. So I'm like trending in
Yeah,
that
the
same
same
direction
path.
where
Yeah.
great grandparents are. Although my nieces had great grandparents for a few years. So, but they were old. Luckily, like, they just lived to be close to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. I'm trying to think like what I would rather. Like, would I rather have like be empty nesters at like 55 or no, earlier? Like say like 50? No, earlier.
Earlier.
45?
Yeah. Yeah. That's what's crazy. Think about that. Like that's
Damn, that's crazy.
that is crazy. Yeah. I mean, but again, that would also what's crazier is imagining me raising a child at like 19 or 20 years old.
Exactly. Even like 23
luck
or
with that.
24.
I know.
I'm worried about doing it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even imagine doing it if I'm like 25 years old.
But I guess
I was not in a
situationally, like you grow up whenever you have to, like you know,
Yeah,
like I'm
you
saying,
just
like
grow
I don't
up.
feel like I'm ready now, but you will be, like
Yeah.
When it's a life on the line or two,
or two.
you got to figure it out quick.
Have to. Tara and I talk about it all the time. They don't give you a instruction book when you go home from the hospital.
That's the wildest thing to me where it's just like, all right, here's your kid, drive home.
It's insane. It's
The
literally
the
insane.
actual driving part would scare me the most.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was 10 and 2 on the wheel.
Yeah.
And I not like cool, but like I don't know. I don't drive like I'm 100.
Yeah.
But driving home, and if there was a light that was green and I was approaching it, I was slowing down in case it got yellow and then turned red because I was.
Risk it.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's scary.
So then how long did you wait before you started carting them around again? Like, were you like, you're going to stay home for a little bit, or was it like,
No.
once you do it once?
The only reason we stayed home was because of Tara, just like recovering
Yeah.
like after giving birth. But he was born the 11th of December, so
oh yeah. Christmas.
2 weeks later was Christmas. So I would say, I'm sure we drove him before that, but I would say 2 weeks. I mean, we have him, obviously now he's a year, but we have him in the car all the time. It's just like something to do, get him out of the house. He loves being in the car, so it's just.
Do you ever have to drive him around to help him go to sleep or no?
Kid sleeps like he's a horse. I don't know if horses sleep well, but a bear, I guess, circling back to the fat hibernation situation.
That's good. That makes life a little easier.
Yeah. It's also funny. I don't know how deep we want to get into this, but like I was talking about this with Tara on the way home where it's like we just had that wedding in Philly and probably, I don't know, 10, 12 of our close friends that are all mothers and fathers now. And like at cocktail hour, like that's what me and Tara specifically talked about with like Bill Zangardi and his wife Marissa and Dana and Killer and the Moggers and like just to keep naming names, just like that's what you're talking about because we all have kids. And it's like 3 years ago we'd be talking about getting engaged and getting married, and then like 6 years ago we talk about like where we were going out and what we were doing and all that stuff. And it's just crazy the way that your life evolves. And it's, I don't know, it was just weird that that's literally, I was sitting across from the T and Kate and we were just talking about like sleeping and eating and like, you know, like poopy diapers and all that stuff. It's just like crazy. I don't know. It's just weird how it happens.
Yeah.
And it's so organic too.
Yeah. I feel like like if you saw any of us like 5 or 6 years ago and we saw people like having the conversations, like guys that, you know, we're friendly with that are a few years older, it's like, Jesus Christ. Now it's like, here I am.
Yeah. I can't imagine. I mean, naming all those people and stuff, that's what scares me of is I was so hungover I couldn't get up and drive like 4 blocks down to Mark's house to watch football on Sunday. What's it going to be like when I have like 2 babies
to raise
crying,
2
coming
children
home from a wedding? Yeah.
I guess that's why people cut back on the booze.
It's going to have to happen.
You got to have responsibilities when you wake up.
One
in the
less
morning.
cocktail at the end of the night.
Yep.
Yeah. We need to enter the mind of Zip because you are a unique breed when it comes to this. So on Sundays, you show up to Kelly's with an unbelievable amount of drinks.
Yes.
When you go into Sheets to buy your drinks, what's going through your brain? Like give us the logic behind the variety.
So I hydrate. And that is honestly stems from what we were just saying about with the alcohol and everything. It can be a problem for me just because if I have anything near me, like in my hand, a drink, I'm drinking it. I can't like just nurse it and have it sit there. Any like awkward pause, it's going up to my mouth. And that probably is just a way to deal with like anxiety or something, but it's what I do with a Gatorade, a water, a beer, a cocktail, whatever it is. So Sundays I plan out my hydration, and that's when I load up. I usually get 2 or 3 of like the glacier waters. I'll get usually 2 or sometimes 4 of the
2 or 4,
depending on the deal.
Well, yeah, because I've been ordering them from Amazon now. Those like Lemon Perfect or whatever, they have them at Sheets. They're very good. Lemon water. Then I'll usually mix in. I'll bring usually like one of like the pre or probiotic like sodas, or a ginger ale.
Usually an energy drink mixed in there
And
too,
then
right?
yeah, either a coffee or an energy drink.
Yeah.
And I crush all of them by the end of the 4 o'clock games. I'm usually finished with it, and a lot of times it's earlier than that.
It's impressive. A lot of liquid you're
It's
putting
a
down.
ton of liquid.
It's too much.
That's why he's the AV bathroom king.
Yep.
Yeah. I was thinking that too as he was talking online.
I catch up on my hydration for the week on Sunday.
Bathroom
That's fair.
frequenter. Yeah, it's a good way to do it, I guess. All right. Well, yeah, cool. Thanks for coming, guys. I think gonna try to be a little better about it. Do this once a month at the minimum to talk about whatever restaurant we're frequenting that month, and come in, give it a review, show a little love to the local businesses here, and yeah, hopefully you guys either could start something like this with your friends if you're so inclined, or at the very least check out the restaurant after our
Definitely.
after our recommendations.
And give us some recs.
Yeah, if you have,
we are running thin.
we are running thin. So if you have any sleeper restaurants that aren't glaringly obvious, drop them in the comments.
One caveat, has to have booze. Oh, I already said that. Yeah.
Good.
I wasn't sure if I said that off
Or
camera.
BYOB.
BYO, yeah. There has to be some sort of alcohol consumption available.
Yeah, so either
We don't have a problem.
shoot us a DM or drop it in the comments, and who knows, maybe we'll end up there and give it a review. All right, cool. Later, guys.
Thanks, Cor.
Thanks.
Was I the first 2-time guest?